quickly and ask for your help. I got this letter to our show from detectives asking our show to help find two little boys. Take a listen.
Little 7-year-old Jamal Abdul Faruq and his 8-year-old brother Bazil were on spring break, enjoying their time off. The two boys went outside of their Richmond, Virginia apartment in the afternoon to play, while their mother took a nap. Just 30 minutes later, Mom wakes up. She goes outside to call the boys in to eat, but they're nowhere to be found. A massive search underway. 3 days later, police call the boys' parents to tell them the body of their oldest son, Bazil, has been found, murdered and dumped in a local landfill. His brother Jamal's whereabouts unknown. Police still on the hunt for the boy's killer, holding out hope Jamal might still be alive.
This letter is from Detective James P. Baines, City of Richmond. Everyone, the tip line in this case, 804-780-6748. This went down in Richmond, Virginia. One little boy we know is dead. The other still missing. Alexis Weed, what can you tell me?
Very real possibility that the younger boy, Jamal, is still alive. There was never any evidence found that he was either with his brother, that he had been taken even at the same time. So there's a real possibility that he's out there, and there's actually been 2 tips that have come in recently from the Georgia area, Hinesville, Georgia, that maybe there was a sighting of Jamal. He now would be 27 years old.
I want to go to Jason Oceans, defense attorney in New York. How much do you think rewards would help, Jason?
I think rewards and what you're doing right now at the behest of the detectives in Richmond, that's what it's all about. It's about making cases profile so it stirs something. Tips come in, whether they're right accurate or they're in the neighborhood. That's what stirs law enforcement to keep digging and to keep going. So it's very motivating, Nancy, absolutely.
And to Pat Brown, criminal profiler, what do you make of the mode of the death of the one little boy? Bazil had been gagged. He had been bound with duct tape. He had been put in a garbage bag. Sounds very much like the murder of little Casey Anthony, Kelly Anthony.
Right. Well, it sounds like to me a sexual predator, and he likely grabbed both of the boys, maybe not necessarily wanting both of them, but they were together. And the older one was the one that was killed. And a lot of times, brothers will protect their little brothers. They will fight, and they will be the ones that are killed first because they become an annoyance, shall we say, to the predator. So then he goes, takes care of the one, and then he enjoys himself with the second. One thing we hope that, you know, with 20 years passing, is someone out there will turn on this guy. They'll remember back, no longer have connections with him, and no longer, you know, be afraid of him, and they will give up some information and say, I remember that creepy guy, and I think he was the one who was responsible, and maybe that'll help.
Everyone, again, the tip line, 804-780-6748. One brother murdered, found in the trash. The other never found. Eleanor, weigh in.
Well, Nancy, I think it's great with the cold case squads and prosecutors who specialize in this, because sometimes a fresh pair of eyes looking at the evidence can uncover something, especially in evidence now where we can test pieces for DNA, even a hair, where that type of testing wasn't available 20 years ago.
Out to the line, Shirley in Kansas. Hi, Shirley.
Hi, how are you, Nancy?
I'm good, dear.
I have a little 103-year-old woman that enjoys your show.
Well, I want to learn
can't
your
hear
secret
you.
to longevity. How did you make it to 103?
Well, it's a little lady that I take care of.
How did she make it to 103?
Well, just a lot of hard work, but she never had any children.
Well, you know, I hope my children are going to help me live longer. What's your question, dear?
Okay, the little boys that went missing. Did their parents live together at the time?
Good question. Alexis Week, what were the conditions?
The parents were divorced at the time. They were living in separate residences, and the boys had been dropped off just shortly before they were playing outside by their stepmother to be with their mother. And the mother actually, she took a cat nap. She took a 30-minute nap because she had just worked the night shift and she was exhausted.
Everyone, quick break. As we go to break, happy 6th birthday to California friend, a tiny crime fighter, Xavier. Now, you may remember him. He's the